What's up, Nicholas?
Hey, Jimmy. Everyone's been talking about the San Diego camp and
who's everybody?
All your teammates.
Draymond.
Draymond and all your teammates are very impressed by the Butler house. Let's say. I think Draymond mentioned the wine cellar, but
Definitely
yeah.
Draymond.
Just what have you done this sort of thing before with teammates, and what kind of initiated this in your mind?
Maybe a couple times, but not at my own home, and I just wanted to be around my guys. I got the opportunity to see a lot of them over the summer, or to go where they are from. Maybe not see them, but see people that I know from their neck of the woods. So it's very important to me to welcome those are my guys. It's like my family into my home, have a good time, and let them in a little bit of my life.
The Kuminga situation obviously looms over.
You would. Of course.
What's your kind of view on that situation and the need to get it solved? And
like I tell everybody that ask me, not even in the media, just random people, my friends, I'm not in all of that. I hope it gets resolved. I know what that is like. I've been in this league going on 15 years now, and it will get handled. And I know that both sides will be happy in the end. But, we all love JK. We all want JK to be happy. We all want this organization to be happy. So we're going to let JK and this organization figure it out.
Hey, Jimmy, your pop-up with Big Face was really successful in July, and you also just announced your collab with Aloe. So just wondering, are you planning to bring Big Face back in the Bay,
Yeah.
now that you started the full year?
In a major way. I'm hoping to open up, don't quote me on the exact date, a shop here, maybe February, March, something like that. But Big Face will be here permanently. I couldn't be more excited. So y'all come spend y'all's money.
Jimmy, what would you say is the prize of your wine cellar? What's the prize bottle?
What's the prize bottle?
Yeah, what's the one you're most proud of, I guess?
I do have a little bit of wine. I do, but
of an emperor, we were told.
Yeah, I got a little bit. I think there are just some special bottles in there that were created only for my children, of some of the best wines in the world, and I think those mean the most to me because they went out of their way to gift these bottles of wine with my kids' names on them and their birth dates. So those mean the most to me. There are a lot of stuff, and if you were to ask Draymond, he probably would pick some other bottles because obviously my offspring isn't his offspring, but those bottles with my kids' name on them mean the world to me.
He didn't grab a couple?
Cannot grab those. But no, he definitely grabbed some bottles. If he didn't tell you, oh my gosh. Yeah. Very pricey. Likey.
Jimmy, you've obviously had some kind of legendary end of year, where you really gave it all you had, right? I'm thinking of the pandemic. How do you respond from a season like that? You guys went hard for 3 months, and now you're back at it again. Yeah. What's your plan for dealing with that?
I get to do this thing from day one, be with the guys from day one, and do what we started out to do from the very beginning. I'm super hyped. I'm super excited. I got to train with my guys this summer. I got to talk with all the guys. I see what they've been doing. I see how they've been working. So I'm glad that I get to be here from this media day on up.
I know, obviously, he's not signed yet. They haven't announced yet, so we're not supposed to specifically ask.
What you gonna ask me for?
Theoretically, the way Draymond answered it, you've gone up against Al Horford a lot.
Who is that?
Yeah. What does a player who might look like him and play like him add to this roster?
Well, if there was I think he's Dominican, this player you're talking about. If there was a Dominican basketball player, 7 feet, something like that, can shoot the three, can pass, used to play in Boston for 9 seasons, played in Philly. Anyways, if we were talking about a guy like that, he's won it, which I really, really, really respect. And he's been in this league for a long time for a reason. Elite defender, can make shots, plays basketball the right way, super smart, and more than anything, he wins. So wherever that guy ends up, I know he's gonna help that team.
Jimmy, how much have you and Draymond and Steph specifically talked about, as you said, to go be with your guys from day one, and how much opportunity that is, and how much urgency there is, given where you are in your careers?
All the time. But we also realize there's not enough talking in the world. We're going to have to go out there and produce and get it done. We know that. But we're just so joyful. We're so happy to be able to compete with one another, and do what they set out to do what I want to do for the first time, win a championship. And I smile knowing that it's a really great chance for us.
Jimmy, some of us lived vicariously through your Instagram account this summer, and I was just wondering what your highlights were.
My highlights? Well, I pride myself. I probably should do a better job. I try to go support my friends as often as I can. If they're a professional, tennis player, if they're a musician, if they're an actor, actress, I try to go live a couple days in their life, in their world. So I got to go all over the world doing that. But I would say my biggest highlight was I got to take my kids to Marbella, Spain, and just seeing the joy on their faces. There's nothing like it. I've traveled a lot of places, and I was actually able to take my kids to Spain, and it was just different. Out of everything else I've done, spending my time with them in Spain was elite. How many trips to Paris? I went twice. Twice, yeah. Really good.
How valuable was that experience playing with Steph in a lot of high-pressure games last year, and what can you take from that and carry into this season?
You don't even need to be on this team to understand the impact that he has on the game, the impact he's had on the game and on the league as a whole. But like I always say, you always have a chance when Steph is on your team. So to be able to run alongside him, Draymond, and the crew that we have, I think we're going to be in really, really, really good shape. I'm excited. We get to practice here soon. We get to compete. And I don't think we're going to catch anybody by surprise. I think everybody knows what we're capable of, so we're ready to rock.
Jimmy, to follow up on that, it hadn't been a year yet, but you're going into your second kind of wave now here. How have you liked it out here now that you're more into the fold?
Yeah, I love it here. This organization is top of the charts. They do everything the right way. They take care of you. They take care of your people. The way that they communicate, the way they allow you to be yourself, go out there and hoop, make sure you're doing everything you can to make it on the floor. It's incredible. I will get to see more of the city off the floor here now. When I got here in February, it was like we were always on the road, or it was lock in, it's playoff time. So I do get to go enjoy some food. I get to stop and get coffee every morning at a different coffee shop on my way into work. I'm excited about that. And then, I don't know, maybe I'll go take a walk by the water or something.
You had the hard fall in the Houston series. Where were you at physically kind of by the end of that playoff run, and did it impact your summer work, and how are you feeling now?
No, I got my rest from that fall, body recovered, and then got right back to it. I love the grind. And I would tell everybody, that's how I know I can play for a while longer, because I love to train, and I still love to wake up and do what I do in the morning in the off season. When I say that, when that gets old to me, that's when I'm like, no, I can't do this anymore. So as soon as my body recovered the way it needed to, I was back at it.
How communicative were you with Mike this summer? And I know the roster in some ways is theoretical right now, but how much do you like what is going to be done in the next few days?
Hypothetically speaking, I like it. I love it. I talked to Mike a lot throughout the summer, some about basketball, but more so about where's your mind, travel, how's the families, stuff like that. But that's what I love most about here. It's not always about basketball, because basketball shouldn't be the most important thing. They make sure that, kids are good, kids in school, can we help you with anything? And that's just going to be another reason why we all lock in and win this championship.
Jimmy, what is a full season with Buddy going to be like for you?
See, I was actually hoping nobody asked me about that guy. I don't know. I spent way too much time with Buddy this off season, way too much. I posted on social, so it made the world seem that I actually like that guy. There'll be some times, you know, some tears, some joyfulness, a little bit of everything. Some Rosetta Stone. Lord knows I can't understand a word he says. But we love Buddy. We definitely love Buddy.
Jimmy, your other ventures you mentioned with Big Face Coffee. These guys are the sponsor here, but would you think you'd be able to sell your coffee here at Chase? And then what makes your coffee so much better than everybody else's?
Now, I'm not going to say my coffee is so much better than everybody else's. I can only speak from experience. Selling coffee here, I don't know. If that's your sponsor, I highly doubt that that's going to happen. I know the way business works. But, I mean, I just think I spend a lot of time doing this coffee thing. I go and I visit these farms and I get to pick them myself. I know the profiles at which I roast my coffee. There's a story behind every single coffee that I've ever had, that I've done this summer, the collabs that I've done, and I enjoy it. I study it. That's what I geek out on, that and wine, as Draymond would tell you. But I love coffee. It's a way for me to humanize myself. I get to go sit in local coffee shops, and I don't have to be a Golden State Warriors player, even though that is absolutely amazing. I just get to be a coffee lover. I get to ask, how many kids do you have? Where'd you go on vacation? Like, I get to be a little bit more of a human.
Hey, Jimmy, I'm Francis. I also worked in Philly and Miami, so cool to see you in another city. Almost all of your teammates talked about what it was like having you from day one this time, obviously setting the tone with that fun mini camp that everyone's talking about in San Diego. What was it like for you personally to set the tone for that, host that? And speaking of hypotheticals, theoreticals, will we ever see emo Jimmy again?
We'll answer the second part first. Emo Jimmy, you might see him, but you won't see him up here for a media day. Buddy, for some odd reason, loves emo Jimmy. Why? Who knows? So for his sake, I think we'll show up to practice one day, and then we'll go back and get him out of here. As far as the little mini camp went, it was just fun. It was just let everybody know, like, man, I appreciate everybody. I want this to be a good time that we have. Yeah, we got some work in, but it's all about being around one another. It's all about having some fun, knowing this is a long year ahead. It's not going to be all good, but it's damn sure not going to be all bad. So when you look back, be like, yo, look, we still in this thing together, even whenever we're drinking wine in San Diego and lounging by the pool. Just know that everybody's in this thing together. That's what that was.
Jimmy, over here. Draymond has made a living basically being a 6'6" small ball center in many ways. And I'm wondering, as you watch him from as an opponent, now as a teammate, what allows him to do what he does, especially on the defensive end at that size?
His heart, where he comes from, how nothing was ever given to him, and how whatever you need him to do, he can do it. Just because he doesn't go out there and take 100 shots doesn't mean that he can't shoot 75, 80, 90 of 100. That's just not what you're asking him to do. You ask him to play the small ball center. You ask him to get 12 assists. You ask him to how many blocks you want, how many steals. He does it all. But that's just who he is. He's smart, dog, all heart, and he is who he is because of where he comes from.
Do you think any of that changes as you get older?
Nah, you made like that. No number that you can put on age is going to change that. He going to be like that in every aspect of life, and it's a good thing. In business, he going to be like that. Basketball, like that. As a father, husband, all of that, like that. I knew it. I could just feel the evilness. I can feel it. I knew it. They don't even want to talk to you.
I heard you talking, though.
But did you hear the nice things I said about you?
What did he say about me?
Nothing. That's why you didn't hear them.
Anyway, we're good.
Can y'all wrap this shit up, please?
All right, everybody. Buddy Hield, everybody.